Just to let y'all know, if you check out the braces,
Oh yeah, I
it's
see
green
you.
and
Oh, I
orange.
see you, man.
Yeah,
I see you.
It's represent the
Oh,
crib.
so you would have got tightened up.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember them days I had to change the colors when they doing it like that.
Yeah, coach.
But we here, man. Welcome back to another episode of Perspective, where we bring you motivation, inspiration with a simple conversation. If you ever don't like what I said, or he said, or anybody said, or if you did like what we said, please, I advise you, I beg of you, please drop your perspective down in that box today, man. Happy New Year, man. If you're watching this, if it's your New Year, I don't know if you're in America, I don't know if you're in China. I think that comes up in February. I don't know when that comes up. But Happy New Year. Shout out to the you. You know what I'm saying? I put a beating on my Gators, but shout out to the you. Y'all bringing it back to the crib. You know, before I get too far today, man, a couple episodes I was mentioning about getting your affairs together. And why not, right now, the beginning part of the year, why not get your affairs together? I always told you guys I want to make sure that I put somebody in front of you that not only will evoke emotion, but will inspire you to be a best version of yourself. And one part of being the best version of yourself is getting your financials together, getting your estate together, getting your life insurance together, and getting your credit and your money together. Because anything at any moment can happen. The guy that's sitting next to me is a childhood friend. We played ball together, but outside of that, man, I trust in what he's about to bring to you guys today, because he's been doing this for over a decade, 10 years plus. You know, and he's standing on business of his business. And always, man, we push and P. The main thing I try to do is push positivity, man. So without further ado, my guy, my friend, Jacques, right?
Yeah, Jacques Joseph.
You say, well, Jacques Joseph, because it's French. Jacques Joseph. Today he's gonna be talking to you guys about finance, and I'm happy for you to be here, man. Appreciate you,
Coach. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Coach. It's a pleasure.
But I hope I did you right, but hopefully, man, he can introduce himself to you guys and let you know exactly what he do and what he's gonna bring up to speed to, what you guys need to do if you wanna inquire with him. Also, links and all his information will be down in the comment box. So anything, any way you wanna contact him, all the information will be there. But, let me stop talking. It's on you now, brother.
Man, appreciate you, Coach. To be honest with you, I like what you're doing. I like what you got going on.
Appreciate you, man.
You care the truth, to be honest with you.
I'm trying to be the truth.
Yeah. You about to be care the truth, Dade County Finance, Coach.
Yeah.
But like what Kev said, my name is Jacques M. Joseph Jr., and I run Jacques Joseph Financial Services. I've been in the financial industry for over a decade, and I started off with the big banks, started off with Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and I didn't like the way the system was, so I transitioned over to government finances. And then now, my baby right now, my passion is personal finances.
Okay.
The reason why I'm in the personal finance industry right now is because at a point in time, we didn't have it together. So my mother was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
Okay.
And we didn't have our affairs in order. Medical bills piling up. We didn't know anything about a will, living will, trust. We didn't have any investments, her retirement money, Social Security money, none of it was in order. We didn't know. And so we were in a position of, look, we don't know, she can pass at any moment. Any moment. Every day was an unknown. Thankfully, God graced her with 9 to 10 years.
Okay.
Additionally, because pancreatic cancer, they actually gave her 3 to 6 months to live.
Wow.
And so so I don't even know what to say. I get choked up about it. You feel me?
And I can relate with you, brother. I can relate, and I get choked up about it because my daughter, she beat cancer, but when we first found out about it,
Right.
she was in stage 3, and like and I know that the highest stage is 4.
Right.
So just to hear those high stages, and you don't know.
You don't know.
And unfortunately, I was just lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I was just lucky to have my affairs together by being around somebody that kind of knew financial, knew things that you know now, but it was just an old head on the job.
Right.
And I just came.
Yeah.
I just became full time on the city.
Yeah.
He made me start going to the doctor. he made me start going through the help. And later on down the road, he had told me he had beat cancer. But in the moment he was getting on me,
Yeah.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And the main thing he said to me was like, ain't you gonna move up in the company? So don't worry about that money. You ain't been making no money anyway. So get this.
Right.
And when it all went down, about a month later, the bills started coming.
They start coming in.
And I didn't know.
Right.
And then it hit me after me being out that traumatic moment. Like, I do got cancer coverage. But in the beginning, it was like,
You didn't know.
And shout out to my daughter, mom, Catherine. She had the most greatest insurance I ever seen because at the time, her insurance was covering 80% of the bills.
Okay.
I've never seen them cover 80.
Yeah.
80. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She had her affairs together.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it was by default. And man, when I kind of stumbled across your page on Facebook, even though we know each other, and I connected back with you a couple years ago, but I seen it again, and shout out that you married. Shout out to your wife.
Yeah.
Shout out to the family.
To the family.
You know what I'm saying?
We
shout
here.
out to my family, shout out to my wife. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know they hold us together.
Yeah.
They keep us going, they keep the glue.
They keep the ball rolling.
They keep the ball rolling. And I saw you was taking your photo pictures and stuff. I thought, oh man, Jack's still doing finances. And I said to myself, that's the missing piece for the new year. If you're gonna get something together, why not start with the guy that I saw doing it years ago? And even in that moment, I was with him like, yo, he's still doing it.
Right.
He's still doing it. We still work for the city.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But you still doing this and still be doing something a decade later. If you wasn't doing it right, you would be exposed.
Right.
Somebody would be like, yo, he X, Y, and Z. Because everybody love to take their problem to the internet.
Yeah. They gonna blast you,
It's like a
coach.
fraud. It's
Yeah.
la.
Yeah, coach.
So, but it's about you, ain't about me. I just wanted to, I let you know I can relate with that and I have the empathy to know how that moment felt, man. So guys, that's why I have him on today. This is why I'm so passionate about having him here today. It's never about me when I put somebody on this platform. I'm literally trying to inspire you or help you to be your best version of yourself, to help yourself. And I promise you, if I didn't have those coverages, it would have been hell for me. You know, not knowing the unknown, not only fighting for a life, but then now the bills are coming. It get crazy, man.
It's the
Go
unknown.
ahead.
It's the unknown that gets you though, coach. And it is something that is a proverb or a scripture that says, our people perish for the lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things that we don't know, but the information's already out there.
Yeah.
They in the books, they in the fine print, we just not reading up on it. We gotta educate ourselves on it.
You
And
right.
so when the situation happened with my mother, this is the crazy thing. My mother got diagnosed stage 4 pancreatic cancer. That next year, my father was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He didn't have his affairs in order. And he overcame that the following year. And we still going back and forth with radiation, chemo. We got to change the whole household dynamic because we don't know what's going to happen. So it took me a full decade, and that's how God was preparing me, the full decade of learning this financial stuff in order to get the affairs in order, not just for my parents, but also for my family.
So Jeremiah 29:11.
He know the plans.
Huh.
He know the plans.
You know the plans you
He know the plans, coach.
You got to plan it.
Dog. And in the midst of it, you don't see it because all you thinking about is the day to day. Because they credit, hey, you owe whoop this amount, and you like, but I thought we had the insurance. Nah, they not covering that.
We don't cover that medicine.
We don't cover this. We don't cover that.
This amount of percentage of that.
Right, exactly.
And that.
Oh, it wasn't an accidental. It was some terminal. So they get technical with the fine print. And they look at you crazy.
That element.
Exactly,
so
coach.
Exactly,
coach.
Just being funny like a broken toe.
Yeah, coach.
But we gonna take care of the toe.
Yeah,
that
coach.
toe was broken when you got
Yeah.
So we ain't got nothing to do with that toe.
That's exactly what happened.
We take care of them folks.
Yeah, coach.
They tie together, I understand, but anything they got, we not taking care of that.
No, it is crazy, coach. And then when you on the phone and you looking back, you like, I don't have the financial resources to take care of this and to live and to eat and to take care of my day-to-day food, gas. And imagine the folks that have small children and they in this predicament. Think about the people that just
Shout out to
don't
Joe
know.
DiMaggio and
Yeah.
places like
And
that.
St. Jude's and all
man.
those people that help
Yeah,
out.
man, it's amazing.
But a lot of people just don't know.
No.
They just don't read up on it. They just, oh yeah, we just gotta sign and go. And then you looking like, oh, but that's not what they told me. But did you read the fine print?
John Hancock. I just think that was just a saying,
A saying,
but it's actual real.
it is a real company.
When my wife lost her father and we had to get his finances together, it was crazy. I thought that company didn't exist. Like, I'm just thinking it's just a cliche.
Like, oh, let me get you John Hancock.
Nah, it was like John Hancock is a company that verified signatures.
Yeah.
Verified stuff.
Yeah.
I just thought it was something that just,
Oh, you just thought it was just a saying?
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's real.
You know
It's
what I'm
real
saying?
deal.
Like Lynch. Like, other person got Lynch, not knowing his actual person's name too.
Yeah.
That went with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
some things tie in together, but when you don't have to know about it, it don't mean
It don't mean
to you.
nothing to you. Because
Yeah.
you worrying about your regular day-to-day. You not. So think about this. Everybody goes to Wells Fargo. They think that's just the bank name. No, that's two different individuals with their last name on the bank.
Family came together.
Family came together.
Like Cook.
Yeah, exactly. They all put it together.
Cooking was the guy that came to finance. He believed it.
You see what I'm saying? So everything out here, all these businesses, Chase, all that, they're all names.
Yeah.
All business names, all family names
All
at
family
that.
names.
Family names.
Family
And they turn the family name into the business, and now they just big banking out here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So dog, again, our people perish because of lack of the knowledge. But there's a lot of information out there that we have at our disposal, especially in this day and age, on the phone. Everything's on the internet.
Yeah.
You could Google something if you want to know
Remember
about
when it
it.
first came out, they say it called the touchscreen phones a smartphone.
The
They
smartphone.
don't call it a smartphone no more because it's just a phone.
It's just a phone now.
But realistic, it's still a smartphone.
Right. It give you all the information you need. Everything you need is on the phone.
Smartphone. Are you going to be smart to use it? You know?
There you go.
YouTube University give you everything.
It give you everything, coach.
And now they slide to TikTok University.
You see what I'm saying? So everything transitioning back and forth here and
you
there.
know. So what drove you, well, not to cut you off. So what do your company provide through this transition that all this, what you went through, what tied you into this company that you can say, my company provided this, or I learned on the journey to, you can tell the people things they need to get. Just start from that point.
So I'm gonna give you a small backstory.
Yeah.
So when I worked for the big banks, I saw the ins and outs of, hey, this is how they move in the banking industry.
Yeah.
So before I even got to the banking industry, I was working at Miami-Dade College, and I was like, hey, look, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to work where the money is.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, where do you go? You go work for the bank.
Yeah.
Boom, learned the industry, figured it out. I saw what was going on. I didn't like what I saw on the inside at that time.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
So you
fraudulent
felt
stuff
like
and all-
it was problems.
yeah.
You wanted to see, I see that problem, I'm gonna come to solution.
I'm gonna become the solution.
This, yeah.
And so I told them, I said, hey, listen, I want to become a certified financial advisor.
Okay.
They kept pushing me off. They didn't want to license me. They did not want to license me. I was like, why y'all keep pushing me off? I'm telling y'all I'm interested. Yeah, we'll get to it. A year later, 2 years later. So finally I said, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna go out on my own and figure this thing out. And so I was introduced to a gentleman by the name of Max Sanchez.
Shout out to Max Sanchez. Shout out, I don't know if you're watching this,
Max and Karen Sanchez.
Max and Karen, sound like married.
They are.
Okay, shout out to that. Shout out to that company.
Yeah, coach. They came together. They had a workshop. They came to the church house, had a workshop.
Okay.
They started talking about finances, how to get stuff in order. And when they did that, that was at the same time when I was transitioning from the bank, and that's when my mother was diagnosed.
Wow.
So he was like, hey.
So it was like perfect time.
It was like, again, Jeremiah 29:11.
God knows how to
Like,
plan.
he know the plan.
You prosper.
Exactly, coach. And so when I touched base with him, I said, hey, this is what I want to do. He was like, this is what you want to do. Are you serious about it? I said, yeah. Boom, got me licensed. In 30 days, I was licensed already. Simple that. Then I started learning the game even more. 3 months, 6 months, a year. A year later, I knew more about the financial industry for myself than working at the actual bank. Again, people perish lack of knowledge. So what he taught me was,
Say
hey,
that again, coach. Say it slow. Say it to the camera. Understand. Let them know.
so again, I learned something for myself within a year span instead of depending on somebody else telling me what the information was. People perish for the lack of knowledge.
For the lack of knowledge, okay.
So now he's telling me, hey, listen, yeah, at the time I was single. And he was like, your family loves you though, right? I said, yeah. What will happen, God forbid, you pass away before your mother does, even with stage 4 cancer? What happens then? Who's gonna pay for that funeral?
Domino, the table turn.
Table turn.
You're worrying about her, but you're not
I'm
worrying about yourself.
I'm not worrying about myself. I got car insurance, but do I have life insurance on the person that's driving the car? He put that into perspective. So that's the first thing I learned. Life insurance. What type of life insurance? What kind of coverage do you have? Do you have the right type of coverage? Now I hear a lot of people talking about, oh, there's a lot of life insurances out there. A lot of them. Everybody has a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
But for me specifically, as a young gentleman,
Okay.
I believe in level term life insurance.
So term.
Term life insurance.
Okay.
That's what I believe in.
I've heard of term, and what's the other one is?
Whole life.
Whole
cash,
life.
Cash
So-
value.
So, yeah, so I think term is like an agreement to a certain time frame.
Right. You got a period of time. So you have 10, 20,
Yeah.
30, 35 years. You know,
And then you got the holes I think you can borrow against.
yes,
Eventually down the road.
down the
You
road.
too.
But I'm going to tell you the ins and outs about what goes on within, again, the fine print that people don't know.
Okay.
So again, for me, I believe in level term. They should tell you straightforward. Hey, look,
Turn your
35
volume up on
years.
this part, people. Please.
This is serious.
And this is part one of this. You know, we just want to make sure that we gave you guys a backstory of Jock Joseph on his confidence in this field. So we just going to part one, and not to cut you off, we still going to keep going. But there will be a part one, part two, and part two is going to be more in detail, in depth, strictly about what he does and what he provides. Because I'm really passionate about having these things in order, because I've seen this too many times where we thought they was like that, right? A la a scammer, a la a dope boy, a la even a workman. Person that going to work like us each and every day, and it's pitiful. And we at the job, I know you got it on your emails, I've got it on my emails, we're collecting. They didn't have this, they didn't have that. But on aesthetics, they got the vehicle, they got the look, they might have the body, they may have it all. And you should go fund me up. From the working person, to the hustler, to the scammer. You like, it's not adding up. So go ahead, Coach.
No, I'm gonna tell you, Coach.
I wanna,
So,
Coach, go ahead.
Coach, this is where the bars start coming in. We young men,
Yeah.
especially when we were 20, 30s, we would go to the clubs, we would see people pop bottles, they got the jewelry on, fresh drip, the whole nine. And in our minds at that time, we like, oh, they making money. They would clown you if you couldn't even get a $250 bottle of Hennessy, which really is $40 at the corner store. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't got the girls with the sparklers going like this in the section, you want nothing. But I'm gonna tell you like this, you really know somebody has money when they could drop a bag on a funeral and not flinch. Because everybody think it's sweet when a person passed and they like, oh, we just gonna go down to the cemetery and to the funeral service homes or whatever. And they start talking about, oh, the minimum casket starts off at 5,000. That's just the pound box.
And you're breaking down the levels. You want
Right.
over the seal, you want over this,
Right.
blah, 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 all that stuff.
Then they talking about, oh, flowers cost $1,000 a piece. Then they talking about, oh, you want to put them in the dirt or you want to put them in the mausoleum. Depending on what that is, if you in the dirt, that's 10 stacks easy. Imagine if, and I've seen
That's
it.
sometimes without,
Right.
what do they call it? A tombstone. Or,
Without the tomb,
what they call
Coach, that's different.
Yeah. that's
Tombstone, the graving on the
different.
tombstone,
Yeah.
that's different.
Yeah, that's a different bag.
Right.
You gotta talk to people that hear about that one, but go ahead.
After that,
That's another level.
that's a whole nother level. If you want to do in the ground, so imagine if you had an emergency death or emergency funeral, somebody died instantly out the blue. At first, the ground plot is 10,000, but if it's an emergency, they rack that up to 20,000.
Yeah.
If you in a mausoleum in the wall, it's already at 22,000. Easy, depending on where you are.
Yeah, depending, especially if you're trying to go to Dade.
If you going to
Today.
if you going to 135th, if you going to over to Hialeah, it all depends on where you are.
Yeah.
It costs. And people think, oh, you broke, you ain't got no money. No. You can have all that. So think about that dope boy that had all that jewelry, all the golds, all that stuff.
Cars.
All the cars that he passed away. Why does he have a GoFundMe? Why is his family begging for money?
If he don't have that, why is he spending $50,000 of his street money on that? The money that he's spending on that, our mom would have been a fraction of what he was spending monthly on
On a life insurance policy.
Go ahead, Coach.
That's why I believe in level
It
term.
blows my mind. Go ahead.
Coach, you really ain't got no money if you can't spend a bag on a funeral service. And that's just a funeral service for a loved one that you say that you love. You should not be going into debt, taking out loans. Because truth be told, if you cannot pay for that plot or that funeral service immediately, there is no service. There is no funeral. They not letting you put that body down in the ground.
They don't care about that.
They don't care about that.
It's a business.
It's straight business. And they gonna work on your emotions. Oh, you want the horse and carriage? Oh, yeah. They gonna hype you up. So your funeral started off at $15,000. You end up trying to pay $70,000 for a funeral. Where's all that money that you had in between that?
Well, that has nothing to do with repasses and weights and things of that nature. And
I'm just talking about funeral service.
I don't want to sound like I'm being culturalist or whatever, but I know with the whites, they get it done in 3 days.
3 days.
They don't do all that waiting 2 weeks. Us blacks, we got to do everything. So 2 weeks later, we had a candle visual, we had a balloon release, but those days people came. So
Right.
Food.
Food.
Whatever. Repass, food. Wait, food. Second and third. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, could you tell me the importance of getting those things before we dive into part?
Man, it hurts me so bad, Coach, to be honest with you. It hurts me so bad. When I tell people, I'm like, hey, listen, do you love your life more than you love the vehicle that you in? Do you love your family? Because honestly, life insurance is basically a love letter that leaves behind a legacy for your family.
Yeah.
So imagine, let's just say this, Coach. Let's just say this. You a married individual.
Yeah.
You have kids,
Yeah.
right?
It's a fact.
I'm a married individual. I have kids. So if we got that family dynamic, and God forbid, we as men, we go first. We do not have life insurance. How do we maintain that lifestyle that we put in place for our wives and our children?
That was my biggest fear. That was my biggest fear. Because just like the traumatic situation you went through with your mom,
Right.
and the traumatic situation I went through with my wife burying her dad, it tightened me all the way up. And I said to myself, I've never seen a dope boy. We saw him with Tupac when they had Junior, Biggie Small had Junior Mafia.
Yeah.
Tupac had,
The Outlaws.
The Outlaws.
Yeah.
And when the head got knocked off, what happened?
Everybody fell out.
I've never, in the exception of the dude that came up with Young Dolph, them favorite rapping game, forgot his name. But anyway, I know his name. My son listens to him all the time. He kept it going. And I'll say Nipsey Hussle brother with the marathon.
With the marathon, they kept it going.
Those two come. I've never seen nobody else keep a brain going after the head
Got knocked off.
was running. I ain't seen it yet. And that moment taught me. And even in that moment, I didn't have my wife as a power attorney over my bank account.
Yeah.
I had to go down to the city. I had to work with the city. So I've been working with the city for now, but at that time, probably about 20 years, 18 years. So at that time, I only had my kids on there and like my mom.
Yeah, Coach.
I felt embarrassed in that moment. When I went to the pension office, I felt embarrassed.
Why do you feel embarrassed?
Because I'm like, if something happened to me, I don't want in that moment, one, to have a debate with my family about anything, but two, the lifestyle that we created, we lose it. She loses it.
She loses it.
The same house, the same vehicles, the same thing that she have, I want that to sustain. You know, then I felt like I protected her and protected my family as a man. I was younger, whatever. But then I thought about like my kids have to live, and I've seen so many times when somebody passed, you saw the car go back.
Yup.
They went from the crib, now they in the apartment.
They in the apartment.
Or they back over there living with another family member.
Yup.
And it was like that, but it wasn't like that.
it's kind of embarrassing and shameful
Yeah.
because even for me as a man,
Yeah.
I know I have responsibilities. And even if you're a young man out there, you yourself should think about, hey, listen, if something would have happened to me, I want to make sure my mother, my father, my sisters, or my brothers are straight,
Yeah.
regardless if I'm not here. And a lot of people can be selfish at times and be like, I'm not leaving nothing behind. Like, why would you do that? So you want to not be here presently and then leave them with a financial burden.
No.
That's crazy to
We
me.
can't do that.
That's crazy to me.
We can't.
Coach, not only that, think about it. You putting a strain on them financially. So that means your generation was supposed to take the baton from them
And make it better.
and make it better. But now we regressing because
still
now
behind the
we still behind the 8 ball because you gotta think about it. We gotta go out and figure out how we gonna pay for all of this just to send you off properly. Compared to a different kind of culture who says, hey, look, we already got our affairs in order.
That's
As
the number
soon
one
as
thing.
soon as that person passed, they look, hey, look, the life insurance policy is already at the funeral home. They say, hey, look, we don't have time. Cut the check, get them up out of here, move on.
Yeah.
Financially, it's a great thing to have. Emotionally, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. But to be able to go through that moment, to be able to transition through it, and that's why I learned from, and again, I don't sound like racist or anything, hanging around the white Caucasian people, because I was like, they had a family member pass away. They was out of the funeral like in 3 days. I'm like,
Yeah.
so what about the family members? They already know. As a whole, they know to always keep an emergency fund because when they pass, they get on the phone, they let everybody know, and they know as a whole, in 3 days, you better be XYZ.
At this place.
Whether it's in America
Yeah.
or it's out of America.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's family dynamically knows.
They know.
You better keep 2,000, 3,000, whatever it gonna be. Because abuela or la la la, whoever is being buried in 3-4 days.
In 3-4 days.
And it's already handled.
If you make it, you make it.
Oh, if you make it, you make it.
Don't,
You
you
don't.
don't.
But
It don't
it's
matter how
happening.
you feel.
It's happening. So I don't know if they turned discoloration. I don't know. I just know how they do it in their culture. I've been around them enough. I've been born and raised in Miami. We have Spanish friends. We have
Right.
black friends. We
Yeah.
got Asian friends. We got Jamaican friends.
Yeah.
So we know enough in this culture in Miami to know the dynamics of when somebody passes away.
When somebody passes
And
away.
it's like clockwork when it comes to the Latino, the Caucasian. How you want to know it that have their finances together? I ain't saying all of them got it together, but unfortunately, I was around the ones that had it together.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, it blew my mind. I'm like,
in 3-4 days,
we already buried up well. I'm like, what?
they gone.
We had it from what?
So now they have time to grieve emotionally.
Yeah.
Financially, if they had their affairs in order, which they probably did, what else? What else is there?
So from
they
1
had
to a
time to
10,
grieve.
What would you say? 1 to 10, what would you grade the need to get insurance? What would you say that is?
5,500, coach.
No.
It's 5,500. It's 5,500.